Hello.
Sweetie.
Hello.
That's where.
Hi guys. Okay, so we're having some issues with our pet passports, or we're worrying that we will have issues with our pet passports, if that makes sense. So we need pet passports for Nox and Lumos. They're right here. They are little baby kitty cats that we got in Spain. By the way, guys, we're now in France. We're crossing the border to the UK tomorrow evening. Hopefully, because if our kitty cats can't cross the border, we're not crossing the border either. Okay, so the pet passport issue. There are a lot of requirements for these pet passports. Some people get turned away on the tiniest, I don't know, spelling of something, or a
Page is not laminated when it should be,
yeah,
or something like that.
Or like, the right stamp is put on, but it's not legible and stuff. So basically, we're sort of freaking out because we've never done this before. And we were going through the passports, and yes, one page is not laminated. Could you show it, please?
Yeah, so that page there on this passport.
Yeah, so this page is laminated. You see? Yeah. That light is...
barely.
Yeah. And the other
one
is not. Now, that's a problem. So we're gonna go seek a vet out to hopefully put a laminate on that page. However, we also have concerns about the rabies jab page.
Yes, so here on the rabies jab page, they're only meant to have one rabies vaccine, and that's meant to last a year. However, our vet made a mistake because she was filling out 4 passports at the same time and put the wrong vaccine and the wrong dates in our passports.
Yeah, so, 2 cats got one vaccine, our cats got another vaccine, and the passports got mixed. So theoretically, the last line is correct. That is fine. That should be okay. However, we're now like, should the top line be crossed out to say that it's a mistake, or what? Because the dates obviously match. Like, how could they have 2 rabies jab on the same day? Actually, the vet did make a mistake with the dates on one of them as well, so she had to rewrite it anyway.
I think
so. Okay, so there's a lot of these little niggles that I'm like, okay, people like are saying that some of these things do matter depending on who's checking the passport at the border. And you never know which, who's going to be the border control. So I'm like, okay, there's like a maybe 5 to 10% chance that they will turn us away.
And if they turn us away, we can't get on the ferry, which means
we have to go get a new passport and a new rabies jab for the kitties.
And then wait 21 days before we're allowed back in the UK. So we'll be in France for another 3 weeks.
So we're heading to a vet in France. We're about 5 hours from Calais, 4 hours from Calais. Yeah. Which is where we're taking the ferry from. And thankfully, we're in a town, near a town, which has vets. If they can just tell us if they feel that correctly, that would be a huge relief. Anyway, let's go to the vet because I would like to get this over with. Okay. We've just exited the vet. We didn't take you in there, so we don't crowd the zoo. So, they said that the only thing that could have been a problem is the plastic, the laminate that was missing. So she stuck a laminate on.
Yeah, because the laminate is needed to make sure once you've written the details that they can't be then changed afterwards. So one of them was missing a laminate sheet over the vet's details, I think.
Yeah.
So she just stuck another laminate sheet. We asked about the rabies vaccine mistake. She said, don't cross it out. Yeah. It's fine, just leave it.
Okay. That's it. So let's hope that is okay. And the thing is, like, I feel like if we don't ask, if we hadn't asked specifically the question about the rabies, she'll be like, yeah, that's fine.
Where do you think they are?
Window.
I see one on your side and one on my side.
Ladies. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
You're such ninjas. We can't see you.
Hold on.
Stay.
Stay, girlies. Good, and stay. Hold on. Okay.
Alright.
Our angle has been ruined again.
You're gonna get furry legs there, I'm sorry. I suppose it would be helpful for everybody traveling with pets, or with cats in particular, to actually go through what, so far, we know that we need to have checked off before we cross a border, or a Schengen border, I should say.
Yep, into a non-EU member state.
Yeah. Also, it's a good thing to point out that every single European country, so France, Spain, Bulgaria, Germany, may have slightly different approaches to stuff, but they should really look the same. And also, each vet may have a slightly different way of filling it, even though they shouldn't, which is why it's important that you, as the pet parent, when you go in to get the passport done, that you actually know what needs to be written for international travel, because a lot of times the vet will know locally what needs to be done, but unless you are in a country like France with a Schengen border and probably near the border, they may not actually know how to fill it internationally, which is the case with these passports.
Okay, so for cats, the 3 things that you actually need to cross the border, the most important things are a microchip, a passport, and an up-to-date rabies vaccination.
Yeah, rabies. The rabies thing is, I think, the biggest thing that people check, and also the biggest mistakes sometimes.
Going through the passport pages by pages, the first thing on the front of the passport, we've got our microchip barcode stuck on the front, because when they take the passport, they scan the microchip, and then they scan the cats to make sure that we're bringing the right cats in/out of the country.
Yep, then when you open the passport, you have the remnants of the sticker stuck on. I don't know whether that's particularly important, but they've stuck it on ours, so that's what you see.
Yeah. Then you've got some blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, then you have the pages where you write the details of ownership. So in this case, it is me on the passport.
Yep, and you need a ID number, which usually refers to a human passport.
Yes.
So because it's under Polly's name, we've put Polly's passport.
And we've put my European passport, not my British passport, because I just thought it would be easier, more streamlined, because a European pet has a European owner.
Yeah. Now, under the address, now, because these are Spanish pet passports, we thought we would have to put a Spanish address. So we would either going to use the vet's address or the person who we adopted the pets from. But apparently, if you ask nicely, you can put your UK British address. And although they said there was, we're having a little bit of problem putting it in the system, they did manage to put it in.
So you have to put your full name, your passport number, your address, your phone number, and you have to sign it.
Yeah, and the other thing about the phone number, again, we put a British phone number, because this is basically when you scan the microchip, these are the details of who owns the pet. So if they need to contact us, we want to put our British phone numbers, so we had to put +44, the British calling code. Again, a little bit of a problem putting it on, but they did manage to put it on.
Then we turn to page 7, which is the details of the pet itself.
Yeah, so the photo is optional, though how they would tell the difference between our two, I don't know. And then basically it's the pet name, what species they are, breed, sex, date of birth, and colour. And then any noticeable features or characteristics, which ours apparently don't have any.
Pages 8 and 9 are very, very crucial. Number 1 is the chip number. Again, very important. Yes, it's been stuck on the front. Yes, there's another piece of sticker on here that says it, but it has to be stuck or written here. And if it's written, you have to check that number is 100% correct and legible.
Then point 2 is when the microchip was put in, so just the date. And number 3 is the location of where the microchip is. Obviously ours is written in Spanish because it is, but we translated it, and now we know it's the left side of their neck.
When we're typing it in Google Translate kept changing its mind whether it's the left or right side with every single letter.
Exactly.
Until we finish writing the whole thing.
Yeah. And then points 4, 5 and 6 are only for old pets before the microchip was legal, before 2011. I believe if you tattoo...
They tattooed
an identification number on the animal, and basically that's what points 4 to 6 are. Where is the tattoo?
And as far as we know, this page doesn't have to be laminated. Everybody has been laminating page 9 instead. And page 9 is the issuing of the passport, which is the vet who issued the passport details.
Yes, so that's the name of the vet, the address of the vet, postcode, city, country, and phone number.
Yes.
Also, it asks for an email address. They didn't put an email address in ours, but apparently that's not necessary.
Again, we'll find out tonight. What's very important is this stamp.
Yes.
Each vet who is certified to do these passports has to order their own stamp with their own personal details.
So once they've written all that in, without any mistakes, they've stamped it, they've signed it, then all of them should put a laminated sheet over the top of all that information. So basically, no one can tamper with it. And that was one of the problems that we had now.
The one passport had it, one passport didn't.
Exactly. And apparently that's enough to turn you away saying, nope, we can't accept this passport. And then we get to all-important page 10.
Vaccination against rabies. With the rabies jab, you have to have a sticker with the vial that displays the name of the vaccine, the batch of the vaccine, the expiry date of the vaccine bottle itself. So basically all the details for the vaccine. And if there isn't a sticker, the vet has to write them down. Though I believe now it's common practice to... Lady, madam. Or at least you could show your face if you're gonna tip it. But I believe that now it's common practice that they do stick the sticker on because it's more accurate that way.
Yeah.
Then in the new passports, there are 3 fields to fill in with dates.
Yeah.
One is the date that the vaccine was administered. The second line is the date 21 days after the jab, and those 21 days is how long you have to wait before you can actually travel with your pet. From the primary vaccine. I'm not sure that the boosters work the same way, but we're not there yet.
And then the third date is basically when it's valid until, and usually it's a year. Sometimes it can be 2 years, sometimes it can be 3 years,
depending on the vaccine.
Depends on the vaccine.
Something to note is that we did our research, and some vaccines, some type of vaccines, have to be administered in 2 doses instead of 1, which for travelers such as ourselves can be a problem because then you have to wait 42 days technically, because you have to wait 21 days from the last vaccine. So
basically you have dose 1, wait 21 days, have dose 2, wait 21 days, then you can travel.
Yeah, so have a look at what vaccine your vet is going to administer before they administer it, because when you have this language barrier, the vet kind of does things very quickly, and they'll speak and say stuff to you, and you are saying maybe 30% of it if you're lucky, then you nod, and then you look at what they've done, it's like, crackers. Oh, crackers. That's not good.
Because from what we've read, the rabies vaccine page is the most common mistake that people get refused for, because the date's not written, the rabies sticker is not there. They also have to, again, with the same stamp it, put a special sticker. I'm not sure exactly what the sticker is, but you need the sticker. They sign it, and then they put a piece of tape over the entire line,
so you can't change it.
You can't change the dates.
Yes, so
that is vital.
Yeah, so date 1, the date that the vaccine is administered. Date 2 is 21 days after that date, and then the third one is the expiry date. And they have to be very legible and very clear, and make sure they're right.
Yeah, and again,
they're gonna cause you headaches.
On on the mistake that they made because they were filling out so many passports at once. They overrode one of the dates with pen to try and correct it.
Yeah.
If they do that with yours, I wouldn't want to take the risk. I would just say, can you just rewrite it? Yeah.
Also, another key thing to point out is why the illegible date is a problem. Well, because this is their first new passport.
Yes.
And this passport was issued on the 7th. So if the rabies jab was written on the 2nd, or it looked like it was written on the 2nd, then that vaccine would not be valid, because a rabies jab has to be administered on the same day or after the chip and passport has been issued.
Exactly.
Or the chip in particular, not so much the passport.
Then the majority of the rest of the passport is not actually that vital.
It's not legally required.
Travel.
So there you go, that's the saga with the pet passports. As the first European pet passports that we've had to deal with, it's been more hassle than we expected. It shouldn't be this much hassle. It's just there's conflicting information out there, and we've never done it before, so we're a bit paranoid about it. I'm sure that things will relax as we cross more and more borders, but that's what we know, and
let's see what they do.
Let's drive, I suppose. Right. Okay, so we're about to pass the border. Well, this is the ticket office, so we need phones
and passports.
So booking confirmation, COVID pass, Blah, 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 blah.
So we've got 5 passports now to deal with.
These are the pets. This is us. Okay.
Kitties ready to roll? They're grooming you.
Be extra cute, okay? You know, nicely brushed.
Border officials like cute cats.
Yes.
Right. So
Bitey. Bitey. Please don't bite them.
Right. So DFDS ferry we are.
We need them to like us. Hello.
Bonjour.
Hold her.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Merci.
Missy.
Yeah, you're not going out the window, sweetie. Okay. One border check control done.
Right. Okay.
So she did look at a lot of stuff, but she just looked at the. Well,
She
describe
looked
later.
at them. Yeah, that's fine.
Bonjour. Si. Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
Who doesn't love whiskers? Stay. Stay.
The other one's on the map. Okay.
Okay.
French border control are done. They didn't ask for the COVID vaccine passport things.
No, they haven't.
Pretty sure the British will. I guess whilst we're waiting, I did see what they actually looked at.
Yeah. What did they look at?
Yeah, so they flicked to the who owns the pet and checked it against our passports.
So she checked. She first looked at your passport, then it was like, oh, that's not the same person. Then she looked at mine.
Then she looked at
So
yours.
it's important with the pet passports that we give the same passport.
Correct.
That's written in.
Yep, and then she did turn to the microchip page and scan the microchip, but she didn't scan the cats.
Yeah, which well, I suppose that's why they're trying to do the sticker, so you don't actually have to scan the pet itself.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the way they.
Because I was fully expecting them to give me a scanner and
Yeah.
I have to go get the cats.
And then they checked the vaccine against rabies page and literally just looked at it and then flicked.
yeah, she read kind of the vet's page. She kind of ran her finger on it to just check it, the stamp. Then she looked at the rabies page and she didn't like. It was fine. Like she just kind of checked the last one. And then she sort of flicked to the other ones. She saw the tapeworm treatment that was written a month or so ago.
But obviously it's not.
But like it's not for cats, so it's not needed for cats legally. So she just basically brushed it off and passed it.
Yeah, and the French border control did not look at the EU pet passports at all. So the French border control did not need it. Don't know if the English ones will. The English
We'll find
ones
out.
might.
I think the English ones probably want to check it, but what do I know?
British border control did not need to see the pet passport.
Did you pass?
Did you pass?
You passed all 3 chickens.
They all loved you.
I know. No, it's great when border controllers are cat people. The person at the British border control, someone asked him, so do you need the pet passport? And he said, definitely not.
like, oh,
okay, definitely not.
You could just say no. But
no, he was like having fun. It's just I don't know why was it definitely not.
I don't know.
Like,
okay,
I don't know. Maybe because his job is to look at the picture at that point.
Oh, maybe.
And it's like I can't tell them apart.
Okay. pet passports made it.
Ugh.
The British passports made it. We're in the ferry.
Bulgarian did too.
Did.
There's nothing wrong with our passports.
I know.
It's just to get all paranoid that every time something's gonna be like, you know, especially with the pet ones, because I've never had this crossing with a pet passport.
Hello, do you have pets? Cats?
Yes.
Can you put this?
On the inside. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's new.
Got a little pet sticker.
Pet. It says pet on it.
Do you want to put it on my side or your side?
I'll put it on your side.
Yeah.
Right, let's see. Pet. Border control passed by all 4 occupants.
Indeed. Are on airplane mode. We good.
Yeah, kitties are now eating. They're fine.
Yep.
Yep. They have water. Oh, sorry. They have water. And yeah, let's just go.
Let's just go. It's only going to be an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be fine.
Off you go.
Bye bye, girlies.